Am I ready to be hurt again? Apparently so, because I bought it anyways, and you know what? It's for science at this point, and we're gonna find out if it's worth it. Hey you guys, what up? My name is Ashley Ellix, in case you do not know me yet, and in this video today, I'm going to be reviewing, trying, testing out, doing swatches, and doing swatch comparisons of the new Melt Christmas Town collection. First one was the Halloween Town. We got Christmas now, because it is now for Christmas, so they are covering all their bases, and I wanna see how this collection goes. I got the entire collection right here to test out, as well as the new limited edition brush set from Melt. Now, if you missed the first round that I did and I reviewed, if you missed that video, I'll just let you know a little spoiler right now. Things went awry with the palette, okay? Things got patchy, things weren't sticking, and I had some issues with the pans, hard panning and stuff like that. I did do a follow-up video, which I will also link down in the description box, as well as the first one in case you want to check out all the details on this one. But I got it to work. I had to use a different eye primer. I cannot use my ABH eye primer. I have to use my Alter Ego eye primer, and things went fine. I had to scrape off the top layer. Things are doing good. So just a little spoiler for that video in case you missed it. Things are going well now. So I had enough confidence to purchase this collection for you guys to test out and see. Hopefully things just go smoothly and easily and nice. But I have thoughts. I have thoughts and opinions, and I just want to air it out in case anybody's feeling this way that I did. So we're going to get into it. We're going to do that. I think I told you everything that we're going to do. I'm going to do swatch comparisons, like of the lipsticks compared to the other ones, because I know there's a green lipstick in this one, but there's a purple one too. So we're going to see if they're similar to the original ones, because this is all, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of money. There's a lot of things involved, a lot of moving parts, and I want you to be the most informed consumer that you can be when you're deciding if you either want to get this as a gift for somebody this year for the holidays, or for yourself, like me, like what I'm doing. But okay, we're gonna get into it. Make sure you subscribe if you don't want to miss out on my future beauty videos. I post several times a week, and I'm also posting a lot over on TikTok and Instagram at ashleyellix. Give this video a little thumbs up if it is helpful, and leave a comment down below of your favorite Nightmare Before Christmas character. What the heck? Let's get crazy. Let's get wild. I love Jack, okay? I love Jack. Sally's never been my favorite, you know, never. But I do like Jack, and I do like Zero. Who doesn't love the lovable pup, the little ghosty pup that he is with his little pumpkin nose? Obscure characters. I do love the mayor. I love his face and how it changes. Let's get into it. Let's go, boo. Boop. I'm so nervous. I am so nervous. Can we talk first about our feelings, our first impressions, our thoughts? Tell me if I was alone in this. So I was at Disneyland last week with my best friend Liz. She was visiting. So we were at Disneyland. We were at the Oogie Boogie Bash. So it was like towards the end of the day. Pulled out my Instagram, and the first thing that came up that I missed out the day was the announcement of this launch. Okay. I was jarred. I was shocked. I was a little mad. I was a little taken aback. Felt like, ooh, that was my initial reaction to her. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. They just came out with the Halloween Town collection. And then now they're coming out with, I didn't realize it at first that it was called Christmas Town. So just my initial reaction was like, Melt is releasing this mega collection and splitting it up. And it just initially felt very money grabby. Not that it doesn't still feel that way, but I have some reasoning behind it now. But let me know your thoughts. Did you kind of feel bait and switched with that? If you had the choice between the two collections, which collection would you have chosen? The Halloween Town or the Christmas Town? They have somewhat different vibes, but not, you know? And a lot of the colors I feel like in the Christmas Town palette is what we all were saying we were missing in Halloween Town. I don't know. I just felt very icky. That's the best way I can describe it. And you know, guys know that I've loved Melt for years. I had issues with the last collection, so maybe I just have a very like weird taste in my mouth right now. And it's not the boba that I'm drinking. It is just the state of the beauty industry, you know, in general. But specifically this, I feel like being so close to the Halloween Town launch, I felt gross about it. So upon further investigation, I understood the concept that they were going with, right? My knee-jerk reaction was to be annoyed, felt taken advantage of, like all those things. And then when I investigated a little bit further, I saw, okay, this is actually their Christmas collection. So I like that. I guess for me, my only complaint would be, please space it out more, because I got this during the pre-sale day. So that was like a special pre-sale for signups, but they're still launching it on November 1st. Still pretty early. The shipping was really fast so far. I got this in 2 days, just standard shipping. I know Christmas collections can be a little sticky on timing because, you know, we know brands that are bringing out Christmas stuff in August and September. That's way too early. But I guess it's just because it's so close to Halloween Town and we had no idea that they were going to do both. It would have been nice to either know the two options of the two collections in case we wanted to buy one, not other. Because this felt like very, you got to get this. You'll never get it again, just like Beetlejuice. And then you have a Halloween Town the next week, maybe 2 weeks. Was there 2 weeks in between? I felt it was, maybe if they came out with this in September and then November launch for the Christmas Town palette, I wouldn't have been so jarred, but I was shocked. Again, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like crap all over Melt, but these are just thoughts that I had and I just felt a certain way. Obviously, I still bought it. Like I said, it is more Christmassy. Hopefully, if you like this collection better than Halloween Town, you didn't get Halloween Town yet, I don't know. Let me know what you experienced, what your thoughts are. So let me get off my soapbox and let me talk about the product itself. So that way you have the, I don't want anybody to feel alone if they feel like, you know, this kind of way. But I did go ahead and get it because I felt like it was important as a makeup review channel and all the things that I do, beauty, to talk about this collection and try it out and see, and also compare it to the Halloween Town collection, so we can see what we're working with and the options that we have, because not everything is sold out. There are a lot of sold out pieces in Halloween Town, but I think the palette's still available and you can get it at Sephora and stuff too, which I assume is what the Christmas Town collection will be too. It'll probably have a few pieces at Sephora. Also with the pre-sale, you could only get the collection. So that was another thing. I wouldn't have, okay? Just so you know, I wouldn't have gotten the whole collection if I didn't need to review it for you guys. Me as a regular everyday consumer, maybe I would have gotten the palette and the eyeglasses. So that's my personal picks without trying it, okay? Without trying it out. But it's cute. That is the bag there for you to see. It has Jack as Santa Claus and his reindeer skeletons on the back. I actually prefer this side as well as this side. It's just kind of like in the way. It's cute, but it's a little bit, it's probably gonna bug me, but whatever. I feel like I was depressing in that part, but it's just, you guys, it's just the way I've been feeling this year. So this was just the icing on the cake. I mean, what if they did that for Beetlejuice? What if they broke it into 2 palettes like that? I mean, they did 2 palettes, but what if they broke it in 2 separate sets? We would have been so mad. So I don't know if I'm alone. I haven't looked at any other reviews. I haven't looked at Reddit yet, but I just feel a certain way. Anyways, these cute little tabs are so cute. Okay, I gotta be honest though. I just took my bag to Vegas. I was at the When We Were Young festival and my zipper broke on the inside. It did go back together, but it's kind of, you got to be careful with this zipper. That's one that broke on me. But look at how pretty the purple is. So that's kind of selling me. It is a different color story versus the black and orange. So the black and orange is more your Halloween vibes. This one, it's not necessarily Christmas, but it's just a different take. So it's not too repetitive, which is nice. You do have a lot of pumpkins, but you also have the candy canes because it's both. I want to look at the palette first, but we're going to put the lipsticks and stuff on also. Ooh, see, that's cute. That's Jack dressed as Santa Claus. Very, very cute. You also have, you know, some of the gifts that they made, which was adorable, very nostalgic. And if anybody hasn't noticed yet, these are actually kind of a take and a spin on the doors. I know they're not exactly, but I think that's what the vibe they were going with, if I do recall in a comment I saw them replying to, which I think is such a cute idea. It's just the timing of it, I guess, is my real gripe. And the lack of knowledge surrounding our options as consumers, but a lot of brands do that. Doesn't mean I think that it's okay. It's something that we seem to accept, right? Okay, so here's the palette. I gotta stop talking about that, I know. But so you got the same kind of Jack as Santa Claus vibe. So it does come across obviously more Christmas in person because it is Jack as Santa Claus. That is so cute. I love that. I love the packaging, just don't love the placement of the pans. Ah, but look at that. Okay, this color story is perfect, okay? This is all I need. Honestly, me personally, this color story, it's seamless, it makes sense, it's very well curated in my opinion. This is a complete palette. 100%, you guys, 100%. You know, in person, it's even more beautiful. It's very neon. It's very bright. It's what I would want from Melt. They're complementary. I'll give it that. Like, you could definitely combine the two. But to me, this is just pops of color. It's fine. This is a cohesive palette. So right out the gate, I'm loving this one so much more based on color story alone and just electricness. Oh, what's cool is this one has a black insert, whatever you call it, for the palette. This one is a deep purple with like a texture to it. I'm talking about the cardboard packaging that just makes it I don't know if it makes it brighter, but that pinkish red color up on top is so gorgeous. I'm shocked. I'm impressed. Wow. Wow. Color story, I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with it. This one should have been more orange. Should have been more orange, but we will do some swatch comparisons too, because there's a couple shades in here that look the same. I don't like that. Okay, so let's do it. Let me first do swatches of the new eyeshadow palette, the Christmas Town palette, and then we will do the side-by-side comparisons. Okay, I just swatched the top. It's like a gray blue shade, smooth and fine. And then that red shade I was obsessed with, it's so dry and scratchy. What is going on with that? But I will report if I see any other issues. What the heck? Here are the swatches of the Christmas Town palette, you guys. I don't know why this is happening to me. Melt mattes have always been my jam, my favorite. Smooth like butter, amazing. These are so dry and crusty. I don't understand. I don't understand it. The shimmers though, they're beautiful. They're sparkly, which is weird because I usually have the opposite issue with melts. Like usually I don't like the shimmers. I have learned that you need to apply the shimmers with a wet brush as opposed to your fingers, and then you get a better payoff, less hard pans. We'll do that. But the mattes, it's happening again. Why is it happening again? I have nothing on my hands. I made sure I had clean, dry hands. I'm dry girl, but I can swatch any palette out of my collection right now and it will not do to me what this palette is doing to me. I'm nervous. Again, it's just a roller coaster of emotions. I'm so excited for this color story. It is so perfect. It is such like a cool punky kind of Christmas, you know, punk rock Christmas. Anybody have that CD? Nightmare Remastered, right? Nightmare Revisited. Totally reminds me of those vibes. Beautiful, beautiful, different take on Christmas. What is happening? I just realized we thought Zero had their shade in here, a white matte shade. That's not. That is a grayish blue. So there is still not a white shade in the palette that we were all hoping for, but of course that feedback came later on. Let me do the swatch comparisons though of Halloween Town so we can see if they accidentally dupe themselves at all, because that might be an issue. All right, so there's some very similar dupes in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have like the maroony kind of shades. They're a little different, right? You can see one is pink and one is more maroon. And then you have the deep plum shades. Bone Daddy on the bottom. It's a little bit darker, but it's the same overall tone of Christmas Town on the top. So it's a little close. And then you have, you know, some purples. They're different tones. One is more pink and one is more bluey purple. And then the greens are funny. They're cracking me up because the lime Oogie Boogie style green, basically you got one is matte in one palette and the other is a shimmer version. It's very similar in tone though. So it's not something you couldn't just add a top or two to get that effect, you know? And then the shimmery turquoise shades or teal shades, seafoam shades, I should say, they look very different in the pans, but then when you actually go to swatch it, you see the shimmer effect that you get. Almost the same. One just has a darker base to it. That's it. And then the greens, surprisingly, are almost exactly the same. For my liking, I prefer the Christmas Town tones. Overall, I just feel like the colors work well. They work well together. Even looking at, you know, the swatch, like I feel like the color story makes more sense. Still, the Halloween Town looks scattered to me. Now, before we go in with this on my eyes, let's do the cheek product because I'm looking a little ghosty over here. I don't have any blush or anything on. And then we'll do the lips. And that is what we'll do. Based off of the picture alone, I wasn't interested in the cheek product, but the case is beautiful, absolutely. I will give it a shot anyways. So this one's cute because it is Sally holding her little Christmas tree, then turns on fire. You know the drill. That's her little premonition there. Let's pull it out of the container. It is your purple color, so it looks like a good, looks like a good companion piece, obviously, to the highlighter. And it is good that they did a highlighter and then you got your blush. And this is a cream highlighter, I'm just now remembering. So, you know, take it or leave it, but I do prefer cream products anyways, so maybe I'll like this even more than the highlighter. I was having a hard time seeing it in the pictures, so now hopefully you can get a better view. Let's just swatch on the fingers really quick, because sometimes it's hard to see. Okay, very creamy. The highlighter is very sparkly, so that might be a fun frosty winter highlight. Maybe I could put these like right here for you to see. The blush kind of looks like one of those almost watercolor type of blushes, not a ton of pigment, but let's see how this applies with a sponge. That is actually really, really pretty, extremely creamy. And then for anybody who prefers to apply with a brush, let's do that on the other side. Yeah, pretty in pink. Definitely more on the pink tone of blushes. I actually prefer it with the sponge personally. It's getting a little bit patchy with the brush, but a pretty tone that looks like you can build it up a little bit. So in case you are trying to figure that out, I don't know if that'll be at Sephora yet. The highlighter was available at Sephora, so that might be within the realm of possibility. And they are going to be doing their VIB sale this week. So there is that. Let's do the highlight. Again, very glittery, frosty looking highlight. Let's see how it applies. See if it does that. Yes, it does. It is a glittery highlight. The glitter pieces aren't huge, but they are there. They are there, and it does tend to texturize my skin a little bit. I'm not a fan of cream highlighters having this kind of product in it, kind of glitter pieces in it, but you decide for yourself if you like that. Wait, crapola, I bought the brush set. Hang on. Let's apply a little bit more blush and highlight. Sorry. Dang it, I'm so bad at remembering random side pieces like this. So this brush set, by the way, was not included in the bundle that they had on their site. So I went really back and forth on whether I wanted to buy this or not. And last minute, I was like, fine, I'll get it. You know, you got your like kind of sculpting brush. So honestly, let me use a bit of bronzer for this. Let's do this ColourPop Super Shock bronzer. Get a nice little contoury bronze, although that would work nice as a contour brush. They don't use animal hair, so this is a synthetic brush. So you get that kind of more synthetic-y feel. I mean, I have synthetic brushes that feel more natural. This is kind of more of that, not fully plastic feel, somewhere in between. It doesn't feel like natural hairs, but it doesn't feel fully plastic synthetic. So that is a nice contour brush. It's really honestly what you're looking at when you're thinking about the brush kit, either for yourself or as a gift. As a gift, super cute, I think. You know, a lot of us could always use some new brushes, some fresh brushes, or if you like to travel, you know, you got a 2-in-1. But that's what you're getting. You're getting it for the packaging. You know, it's not a unique style brush by any means. Now let's put on a little bit more blush with this. Feels like you could use it on powder. It's just not going to deposit a lot. Ooh, but I like it for the blush. I like it better than the other brush I was using. That is nice, right? That is nice. That's a good one. Very cute. And it's cute. It has Jack and Sally. You know, I not only like to use products that work well, but also spark joy. And this brush, you know, as long as I'm not too traumatized by everything today, it sparks joy. So that's pretty. That's cute. I will leave out the eye brush when we get to the eye part. So we'll do that. And then I still use the Beetlejuice brushes, by the way. I still use them. And this coffin set is really cute. This is a good little gift idea. It's pretty expensive, but you are technically getting 4 brushes that are just dual-sided. In which case, for a luxury brush set, it's a good price. To me, it's on par with anything else, you know, if I can get it back together here. Hello. Let me put it right here because hello, it's Jack. That's cute. Okay. Put it with my crown. There we go. Okay. Let me powder my face now. Be right back. Let's go into the lipsticks. This packaging though, you guys, they nailed the packaging. It is so cute. So you have Jack, which is called Shot Down, and then How Jolly, which is that cute little toy that they made to deliver as a gift. Obviously, it complements the packaging of the other collection as well. This one is just more of your Christmas spin. If you know the movie well, then you know. It has 0 and some presents on the inside as like a little metallic color. You got your purple cases as opposed to orange for Christmas, and then some more Christmas presents right on top. Shot Down is your deep plum maroon shade, which we will also compare to one of the Halloween colors. And it is also an ultra matte, which is their pretty standard formula. How Jolly is actually more of a frosty matte shade, so you get a shimmer in there. Very pretty. You know, I always feel like I'm gonna wear some fun colors. I'm gonna wear green, but I never do. So again, I would have passed on this personally just because I know my habits this year as a makeup enthusiast, but it is fun. It is a collector's piece. So the one in question for Shot Down would be Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Very deep plum. So let's see right here. Okay, it's more of a red. It is a more, thank God, it is more of a red shade versus Oh no, why is it oxidizing on me? Hang on. Roller coaster. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more. It feels like it deepened up almost as I was going. Let me just, okay, they're very similar. They're very similar in tone, guys. They're very similar, very similar. Okay, so you tell me down below, you know, do you think that's different enough to justify? I believe these are $24 a piece. That's a lot of money to end up with almost two similar colors. But, you know, if you're wearing those colors a lot, do you feel like they're different enough? One is a little bit more red, one is a little bit more plum purple. So, you know, you let me know. It's a little too similar for my liking. Oh, help me. Let's put them on my lips. What I learned last time is to put a lip balm. I actually like this lip plumping balm from Give because the matte, the ultra mattes from Melt, the lipsticks are so dry. So dry. So this helps with the tugging. Okay, I definitely think it's more purple on me than the other one was. So let me know if you think of that. It's shiny because I have that plumper in there. I'm sorry, but I gotta do it. I have to do it. That's pretty. It is pretty. I'll give them that. And then I'm not gonna put the lip balm on for this because I've never used this formula from them before, so I want to see if the frost makes a difference in the matte, a difference with like the hydration level. Ooh, it is very pigmented. Wow, it feels smoother too. It is gliding a little bit better. Okay, I actually really like this lipstick. So this is a surprise to me, maybe because the bar was so low in my mind. That sounds dramatic, but you know, the lipsticks are really dry on me. This is actually really smooth. The way it shines is so pretty, and I don't think I have anything like this in my collection or in my history of using makeup because it has like a deep base to it that almost looks dark when you shift your lips. It's not a shine, it's like the matte base underneath. And then you have a really good metallic finish. That's really pretty. So this is like your spooky girl, your spooky vibe Christmas. So if you're looking for that, a darker Christmas, obviously that's not for Christmas, but you know what I mean. If you're looking for that in makeup, you want to wear a green lipstick during Christmas, I don't know, and you don't want it to be like a bright green, you know, if you're looking for that. So that's fun. I will probably wear this at some point, but I'm just not into fussing with my makeup anymore today. And I feel like usually if I want a lip product that's bold, I want a liquid lipstick. Call me old-fashioned, call me what you will. I sure in hell can do it by myself. Okay, I will do the eyeglasses as well somehow with the eye look, but I can only do so much. Okay, so right now, so I will do something. And like I said, I am using my Alter Ego eye primer because that one has worked really well for me now with the Halloween Town palette. If you're having issues like I did, try switching up your primer. It shouldn't matter, but apparently it does. Okay, so got a little tacky base. Okay, I'm gonna do stuff. I'm gonna use this packing brush, but first, before I go into that, I'm actually gonna be using Sandy Claus. That was the shade I was most excited about when I saw it, but then it felt just awful. So I'm gonna go in with this little blending brush. It's actually from Alter Ego as well. I don't know if they still make this one. I'll have to look. And let's blend it into the crease area. So this shade swatched so like a chalkboard. Like imagine trying to wipe off with your fingertip chalk from a chalkboard. That's what it feels like when I swatch it. I know not everybody swatches their stuff, but a lot of us do, right? You get a new palette and you swatch it and you throw it on your face real quick before you get in the shower. I do that, okay? Except I'm basically doing that in front of you guys on a mirror. And a camera. There we go. Just playing around with it. So that blended actually really good, guys. Doesn't feel creamy. Doesn't feel soft, but the fact remains that it blended well. So now let's take the packing brush and dip into Nightmare, which is your maroon shade. Very scratchy. I physically see the scratch marks in it, and it's not like I'm walking around with beads in my fingertips, so I don't know why this is happening. Please, if anybody knows anything about anything, tell me why. Tell me why. Nightmare Before Christmas is my freaking favorite. This is the most beautiful collection based on packaging that I've ever seen anybody use, and I don't know why I'm having problems with the quality of the actual physical product. That technically is what matters. Okay. A little bit patchy, but making sure I can build it up. Yes. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to kind of round that out, and then I'm going to have to take a fine brush, a smaller one. Let's take this Luxy, things are rubbing off, 121. It's a little blending brush for my little tiny eyes. I'm going to dip into both to kind of make a blended shade. I'm going to make sure that there's no harsh line. We'll kind of blend that out a little bit. Deepen up that red a smidge. Okay, so that went well. That went good. I know reds are tricky, so that actually went pretty good. Now, I'm wondering what the heck I would use this grayish shade for. That's why I just feel like they should have just done white. But then I know there'll be some people out there that'll be mad that it's white, but it's like, can I use this as a blending shade? Not really. It's okay. It does. It's just like not quite. Like I can't use this as a base shade because it's more gray. It's okay. I don't really know what I'll use this shade for. Since it's not white, it's kind of a throwaway, but it kind of helps to blend. Meh. Meh, meh, meh. See, that's my thing. That's my thing, you guys. For a $60 palette, I don't want to ever feel meh. Okay? I'd rather get something else that makes me not feel that way. So that's what I want. That's, I guess, what I want to hone in on. Maybe I wouldn't be this critical. I wouldn't be this critical if it wasn't $60. It's a lot. But we're already off to a better start. So, okay. What I do like about this so far is that because the color story is so well coordinated, that I feel like I can take any shimmer and apply it to this red. I feel like it would look so cool with the purple and take it that way. It would be so fun with the green and make it more Christmassy. So that is really fun. Even like if you just want more of a neutral shade, that's in there. So I like that. I like that because I feel very stuck with the Halloween Town palette. Very in a box. So let's do a green look on the other side. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm pumped up. We're going to do a similar, just like basic look just to see how things perform. Let me get a different brush because that one is a very dirty and stained red now. I'm going to take Eureka. That's basically your matte Oogie Boogie shade. More dusty. This one felt fine though, swatching. So I don't have any negative connotations going into it. And yeah, it is applying just like I know melt matte formulas will. A little bit like you get kickback in the pan, but that's okay because it's just blending so effortlessly. I had to build up the red more than this. So what the heck? Why the inconsistency? Like, do they not have a formula? Did they have to change labs? Because all my melt palettes that I have like 6 from them. And their mattes are always the same and beautiful and buttery. These ones are all different. I don't know if it's the colors that they used, the pigment, or what. But that is perfect. That is perfect. Perfection. Perfection. Quite frankly. Do really want to take the purple and put that with the green, but then that's Beetlejuice, right? So let's do Smithereens. Let's do that. Let me clean off the packing brush that I purchased. This one is more scratchy, so let's see how this performs. Then I'm going to blend out that harsh line of greens together. Just kind of going back and forth to the different shades to get a good blend. That is a spooky Christmas vibe, right? Which is what I think that we're looking for. Things went pretty good. I see a tiny bit of patching. For me, I have hooded eyes, so as long as it's not extreme, I don't care. I don't want it to do it at all for this price, but I can go in and beef up the color a little bit, and then it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, looks good. There we go. Looks good. Re-adding a little bit in. I'm happy with the greens, and I feel like they always nail the greens. So maybe it's just the reds in this case. I mean, the reds went fine, but like the feeling of it. Don't feel it. If you get this palette, don't swatch it. Don't touch it with your finger. Just use your brushes. Maybe that's the moral of the story. So I want to use some of the shimmers in here, but let me look at the eyeglosses first to see where we can go with this, you know? So first we have the shade Making Christmas. So cute. Of course, you got your little gifts in there. I love that they like handmade and created all the gifts that they delivered, even if they weren't appreciated and reciprocated well by, what is it, Christmas Town and just the human world in general. Look at this purple packaging. That is so, so cute. And you have every little detail in there. The glitter eye gel. Now, I've never used a glitter eye gel from Melt, so we will see how it goes. This one has a little, oh my gosh. It is beautiful. It is blue and it is purple. These are going to be the star of the show, honestly. Honestly. Doesn't look like a lot of product, but I don't know. I don't know. How much is it supposed to be? These kind of look like a jelly shadow. Has 0.14 ounces, which is the same as 4 grams. So I'll compare that to the ColourPop and see, because these ones are quite a bit more pricey. And they have this brush on this side that they said specifically works well with the eye gel. So let's try that. Looks like it's picking it up fine. Since this one is blue and purple shifting, I guess I'll put it on this side with the reds. Just slap it in there. Oh, it is so pretty, you guys. These are going to be it for me. These are going to be the ones. I love, though. I am in my liquid eyeshadow era. These are so pretty. And then I can just kind of gently press it out and blend it out. These add that frost and that sparkle that we're kind of looking for during the holidays, I think. So that is gorgeous. You got the purple, the blue, and it almost looks pink because it's purple and blue together. The container's adorable. The bottom is glass. The top is a thinner plastic. Doesn't feel as sturdy as your gel liner pots do, for reference, since it's not like a matte plastic. It's not thick like that. It's a little bit thinner, but it is very cute. Let's try the other side. This one is the shade Zero. So Zero finally got his own shade. Again, the same casing. So cute. I think these are going to be around $25 if I were to guess. And oh, so cute. Oh my goodness. This is exactly what I would think of for Zero's glitter gel. This totally gets the essence of his ghosty doggy vibes. Ah, that is so cute. So let's take that brush again. Got it all cleaned off as much as I could. Kind of jellified. It might work good with your fingers, but they did say I can use this brush, and also I have giant talons, so I'm limited. So let's put that in the same spot. We can compare it. There's definitely more white and yellow and a little bit of orange I'm seeing compared to the purpley blue sparkle side. So good and different enough, you know. A little bit chunkier, I noticed when I was doing my swatch, and I'm noticing that on the eye too. I don't know if it's my brush getting all a little too wet now. Ooh, you guys, that is gorgeous. Has a definitely duochrome, maybe not quite a multi-chrome shift. It's just more of a mixed glitter duochrome, you know, than a shifty one. Loving it, loving it. Let's put on a little bit of the shimmer in the palette just so we can get the full, like, review. So I'm thinking that this, maybe it's not too dry actually. Let's just go straight in since it's a little bit damp almost from the eye gels. Let's go in with the purple Sugar Plum Visions. Yeah, it's picking it up real good. And see if that's different enough if I place it right here. Oh yeah, that's like a nice pretty blue. It almost has like a wet look to it almost. Absolutely stunning. And then on the other side of my brush, let's go in with Mistletoe. I don't think it's going to be pigmented enough for that placement, but let's just try it. So that shade is more of like, kind of like a wash of shimmer, and it's not like super intense and impactful. It's pretty. It's just not going to give a lot, at least when I'm tempted. Oh, see, no, it's more of like a topper. It's a topping kind of shimmer, which to me just says I definitely could make that shade. So if you're feeling like you loved that, what is it? The Oogie Boogie shade in this one, you could basically make it out of this one, which is good if you don't, you don't want to buy two. So you take this shade, put that on top as a topper, and then you get a lime green shimmer. So there you go. So, it is pretty. It looks nice on that green too. It's different. It makes it basically a shimmer, from a matte to a shimmer. That one right there was so stunning. So overall, looks came out. Everything's working. That is good. Let's talk. I feel so much better about the Christmas Town collection than I did the Halloween Town palette collection overall, because just a lot of things went a little crazy that day. Mostly the eyeshadow palette, you know, but it's also the color story of the eyeshadow palette, not only the texture, because we ran into some of the same texture issues and weird scratchiness of the Halloween Town palette is the same with Christmas palette. Now, I looked at reviews. I hadn't seen anybody else complaining about that scratchiness, but now it's happening again to me. So, you know, let me know if you felt it. I don't recommend feeling it if you don't have to, but, you know, swatching your palette, I just don't know that I've ever experienced that in any other thing. So that is weird. But just the color story, like I mentioned, I feel like I can create so many different looks with this palette and they all will make sense. When I try to use the Halloween palette, I just keep getting stuck and I feel like, well, that's not going to look quite right. Well, that's not going to look, you know, I just feel more in the box with this one, which is weird because you'd think I'd feel more like I can think outside of the box, but I just feel like, I don't know. I just like this one better, okay? I just like it better. I do wish that shade was just straight up a white, because that just feels like trying to be unique, you know? But again, I know people will get mad if you put a white in there sometimes. So same thing with putting a black shade in there, and they didn't do that with either one. Don't need to have both. I know, you know, we used to be in that collector's mentality, and the door concept is cute. And sure, if you want to collect these, go ahead, but they're $60. So that's a lot of investment to pick up. For me personally, it's Christmas Town all the way. And I think for gifting for the holidays, I feel like that's a safer bet as well, as opposed to Halloween Town. Christmas Town is also a color story that will work throughout the year for anybody that loves fun, bright, deep shades, you know. Lipstick wise, I wish that plum shade was a little bit more different. Once I really looked at the swatches, I saw how close they really were. So I don't love, as you can see, I don't love a lot of repetition within the same collection, especially when we're working with high price points. The blush highlighter compact, I really enjoy the blush. I can still see it, which is nice. I think it's pretty. I don't like the highlighter. It just has that, you know, if you ever use like a cheap liquid highlight and it has just those glitters that just kind of sit on top, that kind of gives it, that's what it gives off to me. So I don't enjoy that personally, but everybody likes different things. Maybe for the holidays, you don't mind that bit of a frosted thing. You are going to see the glitters, even though they're really small, you still see them. The eyeglasses, I love them. Those are the star of the show for me. Absolutely gorgeous. They didn't include a mirror with this collection, but I think they did enough with the first one. That mirror is gorgeous. Brush set, it was good. It's a good brush set. I like it. Necessary? No. Is any of this necessary? No. So you gotta ask yourself, what do you need? Either if you're purchasing for yourself or what will somebody enjoy? I think the brush set is a beautiful gift. If you're thinking about somebody maybe that's getting into makeup, that loves Night Before Christmas, or just wants to add to their collection, whoever you're buying it for, nobody is mad at brushes. You know what I mean? Like, well, you can be, but these are good quality brushes for the purpose that they serve. I like them. I think that this is always a good gift idea for the makeup lover or somebody who's getting started with makeup, whatever. The brush set is really cute, really pretty. And it's purple, so you're not getting like a red and green brush set that you're only gonna want to use during the holidays. I like this spin on Christmas because, well, I love Night Before Christmas, as you know, I'm obsessed, but it's not just your typical red and green, even though I did essentially a red and a green look, that purple bluey gloss definitely changed it. So it's not just straight red anymore. And then I added that purple shimmer, so it definitely leans more purple now. And this green isn't so in your face because that yellow eyeglass I put on, that sparkle kind of shifts it as well. So, you know, it's like a different take on Christmas. So I started with, I feel like, a very negative feeling about this collection. And really what it comes down to is I personally didn't like the timing of the two collections being so close. Again, I don't know if maybe they had a shipping delay with Halloween Town, so that made things a little bit too close too. I don't know. It's just, for me, as a just a regular consumer looking, it was too close for comfort. I wish that we had the option to know ahead of time. Listen, we're coming out with Halloween Town and Christmas Town. I don't think you need both collections, like, in order to work it all. I really do think they're standalone collections, which I do enjoy. I felt like, you know, when I first saw it too, it was going to be like, oh, well, now you have to have this to make this work. No, I do feel like they're standalone. So that's good. But how many of us would have picked one versus the other had we had both information at the same time? You know what I mean? I just don't like that FOMO mentality, you know, and I feel like the beauty industry is really based on the hype and get it before it's gone and it's sold out. And with this being a, what is it called? Like an IP, like an intellectual property item that they have a contracted agreement on how long they can actually sell Night Before Christmas stuff, you feel that. You feel that FOMO. You don't want to miss out. So it's scary because like everybody wanted the Beetlejuice collection and they couldn't do it anymore. So that it's like taking advantage of that hype, and instead of launching it all together where people can pick and choose the pieces that they actually want, they did it. They chose to do it this way. And for me, it put a sour taste in my mouth. I'm glad everything worked out, and I don't feel as defeated as I did with Halloween Town. I hope that that was enough information for you guys to help you make a more informed decision. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below, and I will do my best to answer them. I believe everything is coming out November 1st. They had a couple pieces available at Sephora, but everything was available on the Melt's website. So you can check that out, and make sure you subscribe before you go, guys. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok at ashleyellix, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.